Hello everyone and welcome to this video where I want to talk about the new Skorpekh Destroyer model that has been teased on Warhammer Community. I want to share my thoughts on it. I know I'm a bit late to the party on that, but I'm not bothered. I just want to share my thoughts. Firstly, I just want to have a quick look at the model. I really like it. It looks quite sinister. Big chunky thing. Big shoulder plates and the spine that goes right over. I mean, I really like the thickness of the spine and how it just juts over. It gives this model quite a hunched look without it looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I think that's quite important with the model, because if you've got enough of the hunch shape to the model, it becomes quite sinister. The spine and the shoulders kind of hood the model. They frame the head and creating like a bit of a hood without actually being a hood. I quite like that. The blade that it's holding, the Hyperphase Reap blade, make of that what you will. I really like the look of that thing. It's huge. It looks like it, well, as we saw in the Warhammer 9th edition trailer, it easily cleave a Space Marine in half, which is what you want. So let's have a look what the Warhammer community has to say. First up, with a name like Skorpekh Destroyer, it clearly hails from the Destroyer cult, meaning it has, let's just say, anger management issues. And I like the little asterisk that they put at the bottom, where it's just like, as in, they want to kill everything that breathes. So yeah, I mean, I quite like the Destroyers. One of my favourite Newcron models from the old range, so pretty cool. However, unlike the more familiar Destroyers and heavy Destroyers, which favour annihilating their prey from afar, Skorpekh Destroyers like to reap them up close and personal with murderous sweeps of their enormous blades. So, as you can see, big scary blade. And Games Workshop have kindly put the stats for this weapon. So as you can see on screen, strength +2, -4 AP and 3 damage. I mean, that's pretty sick. That's a Primaris killer right there. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Primaris. I like the aesthetic of them, but I don't like the story. And I think anything that will give you an advantage to squish these guys, because they are absolute filth in the game, is pretty good. So just looking at that and looking at the weapon itself, it marries up quite nicely. Pretty nasty. So let's have a look at the rest. What's more, as one would expect from a Destroyer, the Skorpekh is tough, yet despite not drifting into battle like its kin, it's still wickedly fast as it skitters forwards. A unit of them promises to be a very intimidating prospect indeed. There's the 3 Skorpechs that I've put in front, and we can see that the different blades on them. So you've got the one on the far left that's got basically smaller versions of the big Reap blade in the middle, but then the one on the far end has got like an elongated elbow covering of the blade, which is pretty nice looking. I think my favourite model of these 3 is probably the one on the far right. It just looks pretty nasty. It's quite sinister. In terms of how the models look overall, I really like them. I love the 3-legged thing that they've got going on. It's just different. It is a little bit War of the Worlds, because they've got the tripod things, but it just looks so good. I'm really pleased with how they've made these models. I've had a bit of a problem with the Newcron range since they re-released them in 2011. Not because I didn't like what they'd done, I didn't like the story, and some of the things that they'd made were just a bit too clean. But in this case, these guys look really, really good, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on a set of these bad boys. After hearing me ramble on for a while, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share and comment, and I will see you in the next one.